Hello and welcome to my kitchen. My name is Mdevaan and today we'll be making Ogbono soup. Ogbono soup is a very versatile soup. It goes with different types of swallows. It is prepared differently by different tribes, and today we are going to be making a very beginner friendly version. We'll be using goat meat for this particular recipe. The first thing I did was to parboil my goat meat with some seasoning and fresh pepper, and then also portion out the parts that we're going to be using for the soup. Once you've portioned the meat you want to use for the soup, you can now go ahead to add other types of meat. I'll be adding pomo today, a bit of stock fish and a bit of dry fish, and as well as some crayfish, and I'm going to mix everything together and let it boil for a bit. You need to check your seasoning at this point because you've added so many other parties to this pot of soup. So you need to make sure that everything inside this pot is on the same page and well married together. So you need to check your seasoning very well as it boils together. Then you can also add your crayfish as well. It's now time for us to add our ogbono to our already cooked meat. This is freshly ground ogbono seeds. You want to pour your palm oil into a clean pan and melt this ogbono. Basically, you want it to be smooth. You don't want it to burn and you don't want it to overcook. You just want this to melt together with the palm oil. This is a fail-proof recipe. Uziza seeds just adds a different flavor to your ogbono soup as well. Now that our ogbono is smooth and ready to be added, you need to check on your meat. Make sure that your seasoning is right. If you want it a bit more spicy, you can now add fresh pepper and make sure that it cooks again for a few minutes before you do this step. Once that is done, add in your ogbono that you already mixed with the palm oil and stir. Mix properly and make sure that it's well incorporated. And with this fail-proof recipe, you're not going to get any lumps, okay? With your ogbono won't have any lumpy, feel or lumpy balls or burnt taste. Once that is done, you need to let this bubble. It is said that the more ogbono bubbles, the sweeter it is. I'll let you decide. While this is bubbling, you need to make sure that your swallow of choice is ready. Because at this point, anything that you're cooking, as you have followed this recipe, it should be reporting everywhere that food is ready. Thank you for sticking with me today as we made this delicious ogbono soup recipe. For this recipe and much more, I'm on YouTube as Mdevaan www.youtube.com/@Mdevaan for many more recipes and exciting dishes that you can add and create more excitement to your food menu. And for a final touch, you can throw in a few bitter leaves, just to give it another, elevate your flavor profile. Because at this point, this soup with all the obstacles, food is ready. You can serve your ogbono plain or with leaves, whichever way it is delicious.